Hey, fam. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Happy Friday. How's everyone doing? Hope you have your cup of coffee because I need it. It's been an amazing week, but holy cow, it was like so much packed with like amazingness. I lost my voice, just in case you couldn't tell. I hope you guys have your voices. Anyway, today we have a recap from San Diego and all the lessons learned, as well as answering some questions that you guys have sent in for us about automated scenes, as well as some questions that we got in now about our waiting screen, the veil, and any other questions you guys might have. Today it's going to be super relaxed. It's Friday, the weekend. Anyway, how are you guys doing? How are you all doing?
So, who do we have joining? We had Dana. Good morning, Dana. Good morning, Marvin Lee Official. Good to see you here.
Johnny over there losing sleep, but listen, join the club. We're over here. We're like, we love our peeps. We're coming in. We're gonna just come in.
Good morning, Samantha.
Sam.
And Anita Thompson. And Bishop. Good morning.
It's 9:05 p.m. in Singapore. Well, good evening, good night.
Oh, yeah, good evening.
Have you had dinner yet? Probably you have. Bishop. And Mr. Paul, it's 6 a.m. in the West Coast. Yes, yeah. We remember that.
Yeah, this is an adjustment for us.
Hence the coffee. We're like trying to be here for you guys. The energy is gonna come back up in a bit after the coffee kicks in. But you guys, okay. So again, any questions that you have as we go through, please let us know. We're gonna answer the first question because it's the easiest one compared to the other ones that we have. So it is the veil on the waiting screen. So let's check out the veil and see what it is. If I did it and Fuljens didn't touch it, it was 47. But if Fuljens touched it, it's probably 65. So let's see what's up. Let's just check.
So let's go back to our waiting screen, peoples. And we can go into live demo mode. And let's see what's here. So this is the background. And we have, where's our veil? Waiting screen. Okay, anyway, let's click on this. So this is the veil. And we're going to click on background. And if you look down here, it is,
47. It's 47.
It's set to 47.
47.
Let's get out of demo mode. Okay, Marvin. So it's 47.
Yeah, so I know, right? Jet lag is so real. Gregorius,
What's
oh
up?
my gosh,
What's up,
hi.
Greg?
We haven't seen you in a minute. Thank you so much for being here. And this jet lag, getting used to the real time and whatever. And Fuljens sent me something about the time change going to be something or other. What was that?
So the Senate unanimously approved. Well, it has to go to the House now and to the president to sign it to keep the daylight savings permanent. So I'm one of those people. I like this daylight savings spring forward. Leave it like this, right? We have daylight towards the end of the day. I don't know if any of you are like that. How many of you like this current daylight savings versus when it gets like colder and you have to bring the time back? So I really hope now Congress approves it and POTUS signs it and we're good to go. As of 2023, there'll be no more daylight savings, bringing the hour back. Keep it permanent.
It's just confusing. It's just like I don't even understand why it happens. It's just something. But you know, this is a cool thing about it, right? A lot of us didn't like it. We kind of complain about it, but we conform to it. But somebody said, this is it. I have had enough, and then push that through. Hooray for those people, right? Hooray for them. So, yeah.
Yeah.
This is something really good. So, yeah, I agree, Marvin. 47, I really like 47. 47 is really
Good
good.
morning, Paul Dixon. Or good afternoon.
Paul Dixon, what's up?
Oh, Andrew Moon. Hello.
Okay, so, hi, Andrew. So, a question. Andrew, this is awesome seeing you here, right? Because we usually see you on LinkedIn. So it's awesome seeing you here. A question for you, Mr. Bishop. Why did you decide to switch to YouTube instead of Facebook? This is a question that I always want to know. Yes. So 8:25 a.m. sunrise in December. Won't be fun. Really? Rich.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, it's cool. I will take the daylight. It's just so depressing that it gets dark and I don't know. And then confusing. And then it's like when we were flying back, I know that's gonna stay, but when we're flying back, we're like, what the heck? We didn't know what day it was. It was just, yeah. So Andrew, the question was for Bishop because he said he switched to YouTube, right? Decided to hop in on YouTube over Facebook. Yeah, so I want to know that. And then Andrew, I'm saying yes that you're here because we usually see you on LinkedIn. Oh, got you. Okay. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning.
So it didn't populate. Okay, so we have it.
Well, it did. You know what? Out of all the people, like, so we had Dana and Paul on the Facebook end, but look, Bishop, check this out.
Yeah, it did. You were there. You were recognizable. We recognized you, identified.
You were identified Facebook user.
The one who wasn't identified was all the way up there, and I believe that was Paul. Was that Paul?
Dana and Paul.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Bishop has some. You spoke to Ken and Glenn. They gave you some hookups. What's going on? Let us know.
But I mean, that thing is not over for Ken and Glenn. I think it's a Facebook thing.
You spoke to Facebook marketing. What's going on? Let us know.
No, you guys. So you know why I really. Like, let me know if you can hear me well or not. Because one thing that I like Facebook over YouTube for live streams, one reason is that when you guys ask questions, we can go back and answer those questions after if we did not get to it during the live. But on YouTube, you can't do that. You can reply. You can't. So for me, I really like that aspect of going live on YouTube, being able to go back and reply to those comments for that. Yes. Okay. We're going back. All right. So okay. So we answered the first question, you guys, right? So, who wants to hear the recap first, or do you want to go through the automated scenes questions that we keep getting? Your choice, because today is Free Friday. Today is Free Flow Friday. Hey, Victor.
Hey, Victor.
Welcome back to you from Chicago, right? I think you said.
Yeah, it was really cool seeing you out there,
It was
Victor.
so great. Yeah, it was so great. It's Friday. Okay, recap. A vote for recap. Okay. He's like, yeah, that's all we need. One. It was pretty great, you guys. Like, if you have not made it to a meetup yet, right? Just have it in your calendar to make whichever one you can attend, because meeting the Ecamm family and feeling all the love that's in there and the support, not only from the Ecamm team, the Ecamm family, but from the partners, right? The partners that attend, it is really humbling, and it's just another level of community once you're like in real life experiencing all of that. I mean, Victor, you can write your experience in the comments and let the rest know, but this is something that really, like, the next one is going to be in Texas at the end of August, and then in September in Albany is going to be another meetup, and that one's going to be pretty good as well. So just mark your calendars if you can make it. It's just, you won't regret it. Like, honestly, it's worth it, right? It's worth it so yeah, Fuljens, you can tell your experience.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that I look up to in the community, and people I vibe with, and it's just great to be able to connect with them online and virtually, right? But to be able to see those people in person and interact and like basically confirm like how you felt with them, or confirm like your energy that that resonates between the two of you, that's just like it's just a whole other level. It's just amazing. Just so much amazing meeting people in real life, and people that you connected with, or people that you're watching, and for them to come to you, or you come to them, and and the feedback that you have for each other is mutual. Or you never thought that the person saw you that way, or saw you in that light, or was looking up to you also. That is just like totally, it's just so amazing. It's a completely amazing experience.
Yeah, and one thing that I really enjoy, well, the meetup was just, it was just great. It was well put together. The marketing team at Ecamm did great, and so the staff at the Culinary Arts Center. They were amazing. They were on point with everything they did, so it's great. The coolest thing about it is that they were commenting on us like, you guys are great. Oh my gosh, what a family. I've never seen something like this. I mean, that's what they kept saying. So being part of something like that is really, really rewarding, and it makes you feel so proud. And then that feeling transcends into everything else that you're doing, right? Because you have that energy and that great feeling. And so the meetup was just off the hook, and then we go, and then the after party, right? Because it's like the after party continues, and that's where really like you go to different groups, and then you hear really cool stories. So that's awesome as well. And then about the studio itself, you guys, listen. I mean, you got to look at equipment. You got to look at different applications. You get to meet different people at an intimate level, right? So the script was there. We got to meet her, Harmony, and she was great. And then Kama was there. We got to hang out with them at an intimate level. And then Rob was there from Uscreen. So it's like all the partners and everything that you would just see, and you say hello to, not counting Ken and Glenn, right? Ken and Glenn was just there answering any questions that you had, right? They were very relaxed, and it's just you get access to a lot of people, right? It was amazing. It was great. I loved it. And then there were other things that happened that were really cool. Like, what was your highlight, Fuljens?
So aside from like meeting people in person. It was like really exciting to actually like meet people like Adrian Salisbury. That was awesome. So I always wanted to hook up with Adrian. So that was cool. Owen is so funny. Owen is funny. There was so many people. Stephanie Lou was a riot, as you can see. We went live in the group, and Stephanie's just bouncing all over the place. So she says that, how she presents herself on camera, but when she's around us, like her energy just spikes through the roof for whatever reason. So that was really, really cool. And hanging out with Ken and Glenn, like, you guys have to like actually like hang out with them in person in real life to see how they are. Because like you see how they are like when they're live, that's how they are in person. And Glenn in particular does not laugh. Glenn does not laugh. Glenn just has like a smirk, and he'll make like some like smart jokes, but he won't laugh. I got one giggle out of Ken the entire time we were together. One giggle out of him. But they're like the most coolest, down to earth people, but Glenn doesn't laugh. He's like some completely different machine. It's so interesting.
He smiles though. He smiles a lot.
Yeah.
And then we got a chance, right? So Fuljens heard some people at the cafe, because there was like, it's this cool, how the cafe we kept talking about on ENN, right? So it was outside before you got into the workshop area. And there were a lot of people, and Ken and Glenn will be out there at the coffee area. And so Fuljens is like, well, there were some people there asking Glenn something. So I'm like, okay. So when we went to dinner, Glenn is sitting right next to us. So I'm facing Glenn, and then I'm facing Glenn, and then Fuljens is right there. And then Fuljens goes, so about the automated scenes.
I was like, yo, we had the developer right there. The developer sitting right across from me. You think I'm not gonna ask of some feature requests in person?
So we asked for a lot of things, and we were able to explain why we were asking. So you guys are going to be so happy and proud, because we're not gonna say what we asked for, but pretty sure he was like, okay, I understand now. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good. So you guys are gonna like what's coming on the next update.
We brought your concerns to them.
We did. We brought all of it, like Bishops, you had a lot. Samantha had some. There were who else has some? Like we got all of yours, because we write it down.
James Hicks had a
because we write it down, and when you guys do feature requests, and then we just brought it to them. So that was really cool. It was like we asked for requests face to face, you guys, and you can only get that at a meetup, right? We're not sure if they're going to be in Texas or people of video, but you got Katie there, and you're going to get Doc there as well. So yeah.
And then also too, so I've never done any type of like speaking engagement before. So this was like my very first time to do that. And and I'm thankful that I was able to do it with you. Mm-hmm. So that's my first ever. And I'm also thankful that Ecamm gave me the opportunity to do so, right? Because of course, we've done a few engagements, virtually, but to do it in person is a completely different monster. I see like, definitely room to like improve the presentation, but, for what it was worth, it was a great experience. People, found a lot of value out of what we had to present, so which was amazing. I thought I was going to be like a nervous wreck, but I did better than I thought I would, but I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for that overall experience.
Yeah, that was pretty good. So let's see
Thank you, Al.
Some questions. All right. So Mullane, okay. So then the meetup in Albany is going to be in September. I believe the 16th, but we can people of video. If you Google people of video, it should come up with the exact date. But I do believe it's September 16th or something like that.
Oh, and they moved it from October to September?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Oh.
That's what I heard. But again, double check, because hey, I was saying October before, and then I saw something else about September. So no details on Texas yet. All we know is I believe is podcaster. I'm not sure, but it's something about podcasting, but we don't have details yet. But it's around that. It's around that event that is going to be. Rich, right? And then, okay, so, all right, so poll is in October. People of video, you know what? I'm gonna Fuljens cover me because I actually saw something about people.
It could be another conference that's in September. There's a lot going on. And then Rich, so all that we know right now is it's supposed to be in the end of August, but as Anna mentioned, it's going to be around whichever conference is happening.
It's a podcast something.
Okay, so
yes, thank you, Paul. Thank you. Yeah, September. So yeah, 19. There we go. So it's in September, and it's great. That time is pretty great because it's right before the holidays happen, and then October. Once October gets here, I feel like like everything is just like, yeah. So who's okay? So let me see who's saying I plan to make it.
You're gonna make them not want to do meetups anymore.
No, you guys, for real. Like no, like Glenn was really. I guess I was hesitant to ask him because of that, but then once Fuljens kind of like say, "Hey, about that," he actually got pretty lit up,
receptive.
Yeah,
he was receptive, and he was like, he was like going in. He was really engaged.
Yeah,
and then speaking of that, Marvin Lee, they should just have shapes for overlays instead of hacking a text overlay. Yeah, we suggested that as well.
Yeah.
So
I'm telling you, a lot of your suggestions, we said it. We talked a lot about automated scenes and what our use cases, right? And you guys, when you guys ask questions about it, either on ENN or here Building Blocks, we write them down and then we just kept asking him all those things. And there were like 5 requests, the same thing, so we put that one first and we let them know it was all about automated scenes. But then afterwards it was about shapes, it was about shade, it was about a whole bunch of stuff that you guys are gonna be like, yes.
Yeah.
Hello, Algenins.
So hold on, Mulan TV, definitely come to the Albany one if you wanted that is the New York meetup, is the Albany one. So definitely come through. So
Fuljens, Algenis is saying congratulations, Fuljens Henry.
Yes, and I said thank you, Al.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that was good. Yeah, the workshop was pretty awesome, and the people over there and the questions that they were asking about our presentation, that was really good too. Yeah. Okay. So are we do you want to talk any more about anything else about the meetup or? Go ahead. No. You do.
No. I was gonna talk about day 2. So, but continue.
No. Go ahead. Me too. How's that?
No. So we slid up into social media marketing world. That's what it's gonna talk about.
So yes, we did. So that was fun because. Okay, so we were looking, I'm going to speak for myself. Like personally, when I was looking at the speakers and the title, I was like, I'm not sure I will go for D, we'll go. But I wasn't sure yet. Yeah, right. It's getting there. I wasn't sure about the topics that were being covered. So I was more interested in the vendors and the products and what was coming up in terms of videos and editing and all that good stuff. So we were like, okay, let's go through the sponsors booth. And we were able to go up there uninvited. So we unofficial were the behind the scenes people at the social media marketing world. And it was great. Like we got to see some of the we actually had a whole live streamed here for you guys. We covered it here in the save group just in case, so it doesn't.
Yeah, that was really fun.
It was.
We bumped into quite a few people because Sunday and Monday for 2 days straight we were looking for Diana Gladney. We cannot find her, and then we went into the Hootsuite's suite. The Hootsuite had a suite. That was pretty cool.
Gosh, I just put 2 and 2 together.
Right, Hootsuite had a suite. Tom Buck, right? So we went there and they were really welcoming, right? So, they gave us a tour. They spoke to us about our services. Anna gave an entire officially unofficial interview up in there. And then it was really, really cool. And once we left the suite, who was standing right there? It was Miss D. It was so cool. It was nice. We hugged her. We told her we missed her. It was nice. I miss her. I miss her. Like, I really miss her. Like, you know, and this is why you got to come to these meetups, because we met her in real life in Albany in October, you know?
Yeah.
And then we really connected with her. It was like, Miss D is really, really cool. Like, if you love her online, like, you're going to love her even more in person.
Yeah.
So it was so good. It was just like such a good feeling to see her, because we thought that we were going to be able to see her.
Yeah, because everybody was asking for her, but she wasn't there. Yeah, she arrived that day, she said, right?
Yeah.
That day. Or
the
late.
Day before.
Late. And those are the things, like the meetup in Albany, it's a little bit more, we're not sure how it's going to be this year, because last year was very intimate. So this year there's more hype around it. So it might be a little bigger, but I don't believe it's going to be as big as Social Media Marketing World. And even though Social Media Marketing World was so big, there were still some connections made because of the happy hour that the vendors had, right? So, but People of Video, it's a great time to just hang out and get to know your favorite creators around the Ecamm fam. And I do believe People of Video already have started putting up their lineup.
I think
on their website, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So they over there, like, but the Ecamm Meetup, right there, you're sure to meet just the Ecamm fam. So just mark your calendars, like the dates are right there. The 19th, September 19th.
Right. So Samantha, it, as Paul mentioned earlier, it's September 19th to the 21st. Right. But the strategy that Ecamm used here was like, there's a big conference, whichever the biggest conference is happening in that city. In this case, it was Social Media Marketing World, and to create an event outside of that event, right? Like a meetup. So you know that the content creator is going to be there. Ecamm fam is going to be there. So let's create an event, a standalone event where people can actually attend this for free and be able to network and be able to market and brand and things of that nature. So that's what Ecamm did. And it was genius.
It was.
And it was very, very successful.
Yeah.
You know, and also in the fam, Glenda, we got to meet Glenda.
Oh my gosh, and Luna.
Yeah, and Glenda's service dog, Luna. Luna is so professional.
Yeah.
So professional, so chill. You know, like, oh my God, Luna is such a character. There was this other service dog there, and I'm sure you heard the service dog. At first I thought that was Luna. Right? It was barking like throughout the entire ENN, right? But when, on Sunday night at the meetup, I thought it was Luna. I was like, damn, Luna has a big bark.
Luna's a little thing, you guys. She's like, what's her breed?
Luna looks like a poodle. Well, Glenda will clarify.
She was about this big, but she was very, like Fuljens said, she was very professional. She took her job very seriously.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm just here for my master and whatever she needs, right? The other dog is like, I see you and I want to eat those bowls out of you. Like, Luna had little cute bowls on, and the dog is like, every time the dog will see Luna, he'll be like,
that's why I kept barking. And Luna was just like, I'm unbothered by you.
It was a lab too. It was a lab dog. So it's like, you know, a black lab, the other service dog. Yeah. But he wasn't having any of it.
It's like a service dog beef. I'm like, I like, you bring people, like, I never seen that. People bringing service dogs to meetups.
I mean, they have to.
I know.
They have to.
But I wouldn't expect two. One, but two service dogs.
But you know what? That's awesome, because that's the diversity of the Ecamm fam.
Yeah.
Which is great to see. It was you guys. It's amazing, and the what happens. You know, the collaboration that happens, the conversations that happen behind the scenes. All these meetups are great.
Yeah.
And going back to Ecamm's strategy of you know, doing these meetups around big events,
right?
You get to meet at an intimate level. I know I keep saying intimate, but it's just true, right? Mm-hmm. At an intimate level, your creators, like, so you would be like, it's a big conference, and if they are Ecamm fam or Ecamm partners, they will be at the meetup.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just, it was great. It was great. So.
It was also awesome meeting Eden Lou from
Oh my
Camo.
gosh,
she was great. So at the meetup, right?
Service dog with an attitude.
She was like, oh my God, I'm over here fangirling because I'm in Anna for the first time. I was like, wow, you know, it's like you never know. You just never know, like, people's impressions of you. It was like, that was awesome that she said that. And and we were on ENN together, and then like the stream started melting. It was so funny. And then like, so the battery on the laptop was dying, and then like we lost all connections, and who was it? Was it Ken or Glenn? Ken is just disconnecting everything. We're like, hello, Ken. So we're on FaceTime camera, and no microphone, and we're all holding the mics like this and still talking in the mic. And I'm like, what are we still on the mic?
You know what? That's the one time where the FaceTime camera was okay.
It was fine.
Then defaulted to it, right? It just defaulted to it. So we were still in video. We were still visual.
Yeah. And then we had a scene. We had like the scene where we bring in the comments. I don't know what Ken did. Ken switched it, and it turned into like a tech support scene. So we're switching it back, and it's like showing a window with I was like,
it was good. So like Ken went straight to like, okay, what's the source? All right, layer 1, right? Let me check the cables and see what's up, because he was like, it was melting. So was it okay? Where's the internet? Where's the Ethernet? Where's the internet coming to? So it was like, and it wasn't our setup, because it was Junaid who set up the entire thing, right, for everyone, because everyone, a lot of people got to use the Ecamm studio and the equipment and stuff. So Junaid set it up. So we didn't know how everything was connected. We were just following cables. So we like, okay, this cable goes here.
It was plug and play. It was pretty much plug and play, but the laptop was like not having it. But it's like a testament of tech support, because I've been in situations, I know like Paul can attest to that too. It's like tech support is like actually hands-on in most cases, right? So like you're one-on-one with the developers, and they're taking over your screen and stuff remotely, and they're just like really trying to solve the problem. So, just goes to show you like how intimate, Ecamm is, so that word intimate is definitely.
I know the word of the day is.
The word of the day. Yeah. Hold on. So.
It's Al Jennings.
Al Jennings, right? To answer the question, right? When we had the meetup in Albany, you can actually just attend the actual meetup. You didn't have to attend the conference. It was very similar, but it was smaller, right? It was the first time we were doing a meetup like that. And it was like we met at the restaurant, and then we were just hanging out, things of that nature. And then also, too, even if you're not attending the conference, example, we had the Ecamm booth in the lobby, so you could hang out there, But it's probably definitely going to be more structured this time, right? Where they're probably going to be something more of like hopefully we'll be able to do something like we did in San Diego, like a Ecamm Live Studio Lounge and some workshops and everything, standalone. But the answer is yes. Like you can definitely meet up. Like you could just walk into the hotel, for example, in Albany, if there's a meetup there, and sit in the restaurant and hang out with the fam, and not have to participate in the actual conference.
I think this time though, maybe because if it's gonna be in the same, and this is all speculations based on last year, right? Because we don't know yet, but that would be. You know how they had a social media marketing role, because it was just a bigger event? Yeah. They had people at the door checking your badges, right? So maybe this year at People of Video, the meetup will be at a different spot, just like it was for here, right? So, but that's just speculation, because how can they check you? It's to see if you attend the conference, because you will be able to go in just like we did.
Right. It's like the particular rooms. Like you cannot go into the room where the conference is taking place, but you're free to roam anywhere else other than the conference room. So, probably going to be the same concept.
We will see, but that would be great. That would be great to meet you guys, and so especially Samantha and Al Jennings and all of you, rest of you. Because we're gonna be doing legal behind the scenes at Albany, though. Yeah. So that's gonna be awesome to get you guys there.
Michael Hill, wire tracing, never cut the blue wire, or is it red? Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know. Exactly. We're like, where's this plugged in? It was crazy. And it was crazy fun, and it was great seeing like Ken kind of like zone out. He completely zoned out. He was just there, just like getting. And then the thing about it was that I don't know if you guys saw on ENN, there was a 360 camera going around, right? So when Ken was exiting the interview, the camera was there, so he got hit by the camera. Right after he got hit by the camera, everything happened. The stream started melting. We went off, and it was like, it could not have been the camera. And then it was like all the pieces at once. We're trying to figure it out. And then Ken was the one. Ken is like, you guys are melting. And we're like, what? And then we looked at the monitor and we were just like gone. So he came back in and he's trying doing all of that. It's great. You guys can check out. I was towards the end too. And we just acted all professional. And
yeah. Because it's like a big stream and everything, and it's just melting. But hey, make the best of it. Make the best of it. Don't lose your cool. Hello, Sharon.
Hey, Sharon. Good evening for you, or is it good morning?
Good day. Good day. So after the Ecamm Live Studio Lounge was over, right? So we're packing everything, and we have to go and all that stuff. And then the San Diego Wine and Culinary Center is like a 2-3 minute drive to the hotel where we were at. Doc and Katie was at. I think Jill was there too. It was awesome meeting Jill, by the way. Side note,
yeah, for sure.
we really bonded with Jill, and like Jill is now one of our best friends, so that's awesome.
Yeah, Jill's awesome.
We love Jill, and also Midori.
Oh my gosh, Midori.
Midori is awesome.
And if you guys know who Midori is, let us know in the comments if you know who Midori is. Really,
She's
behind the scenes.
BuildingBlocks trivia. So we all there. We packed up and everything. And we're waiting for the Uber or the Lyft to come. And they keep basically rerouting and canceling the trip or just passing it off to somebody else. Because it's like they're not making any money from... But we have all these boxes. We have like camera equipment and all this gear and like furniture and all these things that we need to carry with us, right? So we had to wait. We had to wait for a cab to come pick us up, right? So we have like... I think it was like a big box and 2 medium-sized boxes. Doc had the Tascam mixer box, and we had our camera bags. Doc has a really huge camera bag. I forgot the brand of it. I have the big Peter McKinnon camera bag and, tripods and all these things, right? So the ladies just say they leave. And then I had my laptop bag. Anna was like, no, I'm going to take my M1 and leave. We'll see you at the hotel. They left me and Doc stranded out there in those streets with all the boxes, all the bags, the tripods, everything, waiting for a damn cab.
That's not true. That's not true, you guys. First of all, the N1 is super heavy, and I had to walk, and they were waiting for a car, so it was totally fine for them to just be left there, right, with that. But we're like, you guys are still not there. So the ladies went on taxi calling, like signaling, and send a taxi back to them so that the taxi can go pick them up. He forgets to add that. And then, right, at that time, I'm like, oh, there's a taxi going over, and we were there waiting for them at the hotel so we can clap the taxi. And then Fuljens goes, I got one. I'm like...
Al Jennings' shocked face. Right. So we were there at least before the ladies sent over a taxi to us and all these things like that. We were still there for like another 15 minutes, stranded out in the streets. There was a fight going on across the street. There was this short Napoleon complex dude telling his girl, get out the car, get out the car, get out the car. This happened for 5 minutes straight. And then...
So we left him with entertainment. Yeah. So that's
and then
right?
They still drove away together after that. Right? But anyway, I called Lyft, and then I had to select priority service, and that's the only way that the guy came, right? And then he was taking me and Doc to the hotel, and he was like, oh, I'm only making $3, blah, 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 blah. But we're like, what people fail to realize is that, you're picking us up, but what about your tip, right? You got to trust the people that you're picking up to at least give you a decent tip. Right, but anyway,
yeah,
he got tipped.
Trust.
We took care of him. And then the ladies kind of had to compensate for that. So they had a whole welcoming committee for us at the hotel. Like, yeah, you guys made it, and they were filming it and stuff like that. We're like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and then I help him carry his laptop bag and all of that upstairs. All of it. Helping out. I carry the mugs that he wanted to. And there's another thing, you guys, right? So, okay. So let's see. Fuljens loves the Ecamm pillows, but I'm so surprised he doesn't have it back there, right? So he loves the Ecamm pillows, and we've been trying to get Ecamm pillows for a while, and we just kept forgetting about ordering and all this stuff. So there are the Ecamm pillows at the meetup, and Fuljens goes, I'm gonna take these pillows. And I'm like, but we're walking, right? So there's this big box of pillows. And it was one of the reasons why he had to get a cab. And I was like, can you just get the pillows can be shipped? And he's like, no, I want to get my pillows.
Waiting a day
I'm
later.
not getting. And then he got, not only did he get 2 pillows, you guys, and we're flying, right? He got 4 pillows. And he's like, I can put these pillows in the bag. And
I'm making these things fit. I'm not waiting a bit longer. I want my pillows, damn it.
I'm surprised you don't have it back there. He loves the Ecamm pillows like that. Are you going to sleep with them? I'm surprised you
No. It's
no?
all for display. Because we got to figure out how they're going to, be positioned and stuff like that. So there was not enough time for that. But we made the pillows work.
And the pillows, he's so worried about the pillows. He's like, well, if they open I hope they don't open the suitcase, because if they open the suitcase...
Like what is it? The spring, the snakes in the can. That's what will happen. Everything will spring out. But it was 4. I put 3 of them into the suitcase, and it zipped up fine. And the 4th one went in like a carry-on.
Yeah, so you put 2 in the carry-on though, right?
No, 1.
1,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
1, and then we have like thank you to Press and So, to Sylvia and Andrew. We finally have our Ecamm Network News mugs, for like the studio. So those are really cool. So
yeah,
they look really nice. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also like in the planners, I don't know if you guys have seen those planners. The planners are really, really cool. And then right, exactly. Fuljens is over there.
Yes, Yvette, give the man his pillows.
It was the funniest thing. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stop. We're gonna walk with the pillows. We're gonna travel with the pillows, and the pillows are gonna make it. So the first thing that he did when he got here was take those pillows.
Make sure they were intact. Make sure that TSA or whoever didn't like run the zipper over the pillow and snag the cloth. I made sure everything was good to go. So they're intact, you guys, in case you're wondering.
I cannot touch those pillows, you guys. I can't touch those pillows. I'm pretty sure there will be some side eye.
Oh my gosh.
But okay. Rich,
yeah.
you already got your planner? Wow.
Yeah, and
okay. Yeah, so that content planner is amazing. And then it comes with this awesome Ecamm pens. And you guys, they write really well. I'm like, what? I got them. I'm like, okay, let me write. I love my handwriting. I love how he writes. So these are really, really cool. And then something else that I believe is going to be exclusive just a couple of times, we're not sure yet, is the water bottles. And I know, Sam, you keep asking for the water bottles, and I believe it's going to be exclusive. They're just going to have it for a certain period of time, and then they're going to come off. And then other times, just specific times, I'm not sure yet, right? Mm-hmm. But these are great, right? And the way Glenn described it was how? You do a better, Glenn. Well, I sip my water from my amazing...
What was he saying? I forgot exactly what he was saying.
He said that it doesn't leak. A water bottle that doesn't leak.
Right.
And it's pretty cool. And I love it how they have like the gray band around it. And I was like, you know what? Let me test it for real. And so I was walking. And I grabbed it here and I tilted it. And it didn't leak.
Yeah. Yeah, and they don't come with the socks. The socks are sold separately.
Yeah, the sock was just for the meetup. But just some things that you get, right? You get exclusive merch coolness at the meetups.
Right.
Yeah.
What's up, Luis?
Luis! Yes, Luis is going, right? Luis, you're going to the Albany Ecamm Live meetup.
Yeah, beautiful package. Sylvia is on point. Yes.
Oh, for sure.
That content planner is beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. No pillow snuggling. Yeah, pillow snuggling.
A soft crime.
Yeah. Came wrapped in an orange bowl. For real, the packaging is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, Samantha got hers too.
Oh, okay. Wow, those planners are shipping fast.
Yeah. Listen, I'm telling you, if somebody that is as efficient as Amazon Prime, it's the Nixons.
For real. Right? It's pretty cool. And our cards, we can't wait to use our cards. And speaking of that, we should get some building blocks cards.
That'd be nice.
And the cups and stuff.
Yeah.
Even though. But I know. You know what, Sam? Come to ENN on Monday. That's a hint. It's just a hint. All of you, right? Make sure you are on ENN on Monday. It's going to be a very special ENN, actually, because it's going to be Women's History Month theme ENN. So it's going to be extra special. So make sure you guys, all of you, women, what is it called? Allies? Men, allies? Men, women?
Well, allies is for
allies.
LGBTQ plus.
No, allies is for everything. Women supporters, women allies. Yes, women allies.
I guess.
Men, women allies. Yeah. Come to ENN.
And then merch.ecamm.com, merch.ecamm.com.
Luis, you're going to the Albany meetup.
Speaking of, I'm not a woman. I will not be there, guys. I will miss you.
Why would you say you're not gonna be there? You're an ally.
Well, I will not be here.
An ally supporter
on camera.
Yeah. Me.
Anna has a female replacement co-host.
I was instructed to have Fuljens behind the scenes.
Oh, now I'm behind the scenes.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you have to be
behind the scenes mean?
Sitting down in the couch with pillows.
Paul and Louis, I will be seeing you in the moderators section.
He's gonna be back there with a pillow.
I will not be on camera. I will not be doing the Callie behind the scenes. You will not see me on camera like Callie and Luna. I will not be there. Abby, not Luna. Callie and Abby on Luria streams.
Oh, gotcha. Oh my gosh, that's another thing. We got to meet Callie and Luria.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Callie was the same, like exactly the same as on the stream. Yeah,
and Luria was so happy to be there. She was.
It was pretty cool. She was like, everybody was just great, taking pictures, and it was amazing to see all the creators and everything that they had to say about you, like people that you wouldn't even know knew you, right?
Yeah.
Fuljens has been silent.
I've been canceled.
He's not canceled, you guys.
But wait till you see the co-host. Is it gonna? Are you?
Don't mention it yet.
No. Are you putting a thumbnail together with like the co-host and everything? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's dope.
The co-host is gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be a great union, you guys.
I am so proud of my replacement. I'm so proud of my replacement. I don't have to wear a wig or anything. It's
it's really good. So, okay, so did we cover everything? I think we covered everything.
Let me see. It was so cool doing the mobile streaming.
The mobile streaming was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't know if you own an Osmo. I have the 2. I believe I have the 2. Yes, I have the 2. You guys, listen. The Osmo, we didn't stream with it because I couldn't find my charger, so we didn't do it. We did it with the other one. Mm-hmm. And if you guys remember, right, Fuljens went horizontal.
Right.
Like you went straight horizontal.
Because I had set it up. I had set up originally that day for, first of all, it was on a flimsy selfie stick, and everything was set up to be horizontally.
But right? He says it was
But
flimsy.
then the next day we set up for vertical, and everything was fine. And also it was like on the monopod. So I'm like, okay, no, this monopod ain't going anywhere.
He's gonna stick to his story, but it wasn't.
I'm sticking to my story.
To story. It's fine.
That joint was flimsy.
It wasn't flimsy.
I ain't using that though. To have like the phone, the camera, and the rig, and the microphone. I'm like, nah, we're good.
It was the monopod that you put the expensive camera in.
No, what expensive camera?
The Sony.
No. That's,
it wasn't that part of it? It was the orange tripod?
That was the first time we used the selfie stick was the first time we used the selfie stick, right? Mm-hmm. And it's flimsy, right? But the monopod, that is legit. You know, it's like part of the tripod. Yeah.
Yeah.
That tripod is good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's solid aluminum. It is like it's It's like the Manfrotto, but not the Manfrotto. Does the Manfrotto have a detachable monopod?
Yes.
The
part.
one with the sticker on it, right? Yes. That's cool. That was a cool experience. But overall, the mobile streaming was fun.
It's
and
really fun.
especially when we went into the social media marketing world. And
Yeah.
Adrian and Owen has jokes for days now.
They do. But going back to the asthma, you guys, who has asthma? The asthma, listen, for real. We did a stream yesterday and we're covering some behind the scenes. And that's usually when I use the asthma, right? And I don't know what's happened to mine because I don't know if it's an update or something, but it doesn't let me flip the, from front view to back view. It doesn't let me flip it. So I don't know what's going on with that. Other than that, I saw the footage that I captured yesterday on our behind the scenes, and that is steady. I mean, that footage and the way it moves and how you can go around subjects. Oh my gosh, it's just like
smooth.
amazing. So a shout out to them. I might contact them and be like, yo, hook me up with the 3.
Yeah, tech support.
Right?
Hit
For
up tech
real.
support.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
It's impressive what it can do. Yeah.
it's a woman Frodo. Yeah, it's actually called Geekoto. Geekoto. Yeah, but it's cool. It's orange, so it was on brand.
He was so proud of that too. He's like, look, it's on
But
brand.
it's pretty solid. It is
on
pretty solid. But that was the first time detaching the leg and using it as a monopod, and it was dope. I loved it. It was really cool, right? Because we had that all over the place, and not once did it feel like unstable or anything like that.
Yeah,
That
it was
is
pretty
a really-
heavy. It was pretty heavy.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really good.
So it's like for me, for example, if you're gonna have it a lot in your hands, so you're gonna be walking with it, it will get pretty heavy. Which is like not only that, but I just like walking and talking freely. So I'm like passed it over to Fuljens because it was like you have to hold it from the top. But so there's specific things to be used for mobile streaming, I'm assuming. So that was just a hack, right?
Right, exactly. And then that was the first time we used the Movo VX-R10 microphone. But the only thing is, like, I don't know, like I still want to test it in different environments because the Movo was picking up all the ambiance, right? And before it got to like voice, right? I mean, like if you like really close to it, but it's not supposed to be something like that, right? Even when we were outdoors and we went live on YouTube and then we were talking to Glenda. It was still, I feel like it's kind of like really
There's a
distant.
lot of noise though.
Yeah.
Right. So it's
Yeah.
like something, if you are going to be doing, for example, interviews in a room, that will work great for you. But being outdoors with background noise, I don't think that's not good.
Yeah.
But for me, going back to the tripod, for example, I will not put almost 8K worth of equipment on a cheap tripod. I will not. Like I have my Manfrotto, and that's what I use on. If I'm putting my camera, right? My camera is like freaking almost $5,000 worth of equipment, depending on the lens that's on it. I'm gonna put it on a Manfrotto. Not only is the Manfrotto steady and just feels so good, but it is super light. So it's like you can go with a tripod and just carry all these things. I have a Manfrotto monopod and I also have a Manfrotto tripod, and it's just is very light. It's really, really cool. I'm a Manfrotto girl.
Here's the
A Manfrotto.
here's the Geekoto one, right? So this is the one that I have. It is really solid. It is really solid. So
I'm not putting my
not
equipment
bad.
there.
I know you would not, but traveling, this is very, very portable. This is very portable to travel with, and comes in a really good carrying bag. And again, like this leg, the monopod was sturdy, so it's really good.
Yeah. Yes,
Very
Paul.
impressed.
Yes, Paul. I was referring to the Osmo one, the DJI Osmo, the 2. Yeah, and I think Doc, he brought the 3 to people the video last year.
Yeah,
right.
It retracts. It's retractable.
Yeah, so that was cool, but it's like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? It's tempting, especially now that the Zoom is not working and the switch. I hope that it's a software related thing and not a equipment related, because what am I gonna do with the other one? I'm gonna have an additional. Sell it.
Put it up in the.
Selling is just a pain.
The Ecamm live trading post or Facebook Marketplace.
And then have to ship it. I have to go to the post office to send it.
Yeah, or do local pickup too. Maybe somebody locally will pick it up.
I guess.
Paul has the 3.
Paul, you love it, right? It's so great, the smoothness of it. Now, Paul, you need to do a video with it, streaming with it, because it is just so smooth, you guys. So smooth.
Michael Hill. Design your building blocks business cards like a puzzle piece. Collect different cards at different events to build up a QR code on the back of the card, which links to an offer.
Look at that.
That's a cool idea.
That's a cool idea, Michael. Yeah.
You know, you see what the auto wrapping text does? Like it'll kind of like bring the comment across the entire screen when it's like a lengthier sentence like this one. Right, so we had to just resize it just now. Let's see if it stays like that. Yeah. And you know, we did have a question too. Remember, someone was asking if actually 2 people asked that, right? Since you have the auto wrapping text feature on enabled, if you bring in multiple comments on the screen, will it auto wrap everything, you know?
Well, let's try.
Yeah. So for example, let's drop Michael's here and Lewis is here. Okay, it works. So that works. And then just one more for good measure. Yeah, it works. Okay.
I love this blue.
Yeah, this is nice.
It reminds me of the challenge that we had. The Ecamm Meetup challenge. This is it. But yeah, you see, Paul. Yeah, the 3. I saw dark with the 3, and it looks slicker, and you know the being able to just unclip it is very, very useful. Because like now the 2 I have to like add it there. But is that enough for me to buy the new one? I'm not sure, right? Because we have so much equipment here, you guys. Like, I'm like, Fuljens, listen, between Fuljens and I, we have literally a whole room full of equipment. And I'm like, we need to just get shelves and label it, right? Because we have like cables and I'm crazy with messes. Like, I don't like seeing messes. So we try to get all the equipment organized. So whenever I'm thinking about getting a new piece of equipment, it has to be like, I absolutely need to have it. Yeah. Fuljens likes collecting equipment.
It depends.
Do you like collecting equipment?
It depends.
It
depends. Like
the
if
space?
if I need it. If it's needed for something, right? Something I don't have, right? For example, mobile streaming, right? If we're doing like mobile production and we have a lot of stationary stuff and studio items, right? So I'm gonna collect gear that's going to help us with like going mobile, right? I'm sure you would agree.
Well, I agree with one part, but we have other things. Like for me, it's like, okay, what do I have right now? Hey, Johnny, what do I have right now that we can use for this application? Right? The only thing that I obviously, because of obvious reasons that I cannot compromise on is cable, right? The cabling, you need to have the right cable. Other than that, it's like if I have this mobile device, little hookup, whatever, if it works, I don't need to get a new one, right? So it's like, I'm like, you know what? It will be nice to have this. The next day, I have it because Fuljens already ordered it. And I'm like, but
Something I am looking for, and then, I'm trying to find another application because the portable 16-inch monitor, right? The portable 16-inch USB-C monitor, to have like a Visa mount or like an expandable Visa mount or expandable mount to mount it on a tripod, right? Doc has the fancy 4K version. Me and Kirk Nugent. Also, Kirk Nugent. It was cool to meet Kirk.
Oh, Kirk was cool.
That was
cool.
good.
Yeah.
Another side note,
and
right?
James.
And James. Oh yes. Oh,
and
man.
the other
It was
James,
so dope.
James.
Yeah. James. Well, James Riley's new name is James Riley because he's like, was it his kids or something like that? They call him James. So
it was like his kid is girlfriend is Latina.
Yeah,
And he calls
something like that. So that's why we're gonna call him James whenever he comes up. When he says West Side, we're like, what up, James?
But like James is almost English.
Right. But Kirk and I have the similar 16-inch monitor. I got mine. It was 1080p and it's 150 on Amazon. But Doc is 4K everything, right? So Doc got the 4K 16-inch monitor, and it has it's Visa mountable. You could actually screw the Visa mount on it, but to be able to find something where you could actually clamp onto the 16-inch monitor and then you could just mount it to the tripod, that would be great. As opposed to finding one or investing in a monitor that you could. It's like that's made for Visa. Right. That would be cool.
Yeah.
And I have yet to found one.
Yeah.
They probably expand up to, I would say, like iPad size. Right, but not 16-inch monitor size. Right. To find something like that would be good.
Yeah,
that's something I want to invest in.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. That makes sense. But like if we, so for example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have like 7 monitors.
Right, and of those 7, it's like 1 is mobile. Right, this is what I'm referring to. Right, so like to have like.
But we have iPads also.
A mobile setup. Right, but if like let's say you using a laptop, right? So now you want to trust Sidecar. I want to trust a Sidecar, and then I've
he just likes collecting gear. For real.
People use the Luna display to use the iPad as a second monitor, but I don't know. It's the Luna display.
Yeah, that part of it is a little bit annoying to have to use.
I've had bad experience with the Luna display. Yeah. I'd rather just like have the external monitor and just hook it up. Of course you could put it on a stand on the desk, but what if you want it off the desk and you want to have it on a tripod?
Yeah, the little monitor you got was cool. I like it.
Yeah, the 16 inch. Yeah. Articulating arm, magic arm to clamp monitor to tripod. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that, Louis. Thank you. And just find a way to hack it. What's up, Parker?
So here's the one thing, right? So I'm like, okay. You see the little, hi Parker? Is it like how tiny thing? Like, oh, hello. Hi Parker. He's like, hello. But one thing, okay, so I was at a photo shoot and I'm taking my headshots and all of that. So I'm like, I carry one thing and then I have my flash for a little bit of fill light. And so this one lady who was there also, she was another photographer, and she's like, hey, do you want to borrow my my fill light? It's really quick and it's easy to set up. And I'm like, okay, cool. So she lent it to me and she set it up very quickly. I was like, oh, shoot. And then I sent Fuljens a picture and I'm like, hey, look at this. It was so easy to set up and we can travel with it, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, I have 3 of those. And I'm like, where are they? And he's like, they're in storage. I'm like, what the heck? All of a sudden he goes to storage, sends me a picture of 3 of them. And I'm like, okay, so I guess you do have like
the rectangular soft box with the light bulb, right? Because like you have something similar, but these are like the octagon. These are octagons,
these are octagons,
and they have 3 bulbs in it, right? These are just like your standard,
it's just really cool for just a little bit of fill light.
Yeah,
it's like exactly what I needed. Just a little bit of fill light. And what I like about it, I haven't checked yours out, but the one that this lady let me borrow, it was very, very quick to set up. So it folds like an umbrella. Yeah. Opens up. Yeah. It's like that.
You pop it up, you put the light bulb in there, and then you Velcro the diffuser on it. Yeah. Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
That was when I was first looking into lighting. That was my starter. That was my starter kit until I started watching Peter McKinnon, and then I was like, all right, now I want to get this, So that was like my.
And then you have
influence.
like $1,000. No, what was it? $2,000, $1,500 for the one that you have, the aperture?
Yeah, those the apertures. Yeah, the apertures are and it could be overkill for people. So,
that's what I'm saying.
But starting out, that's what I invested in. Because I was still learning. I was still learning on things like that. But now knowing. It's future proof, right? Because down the line, it can be used for other applications, right? Which is great because you don't need to travel. You don't want to travel with the aperture and the C-stand and all those things like that, right? To have something very light and can be used and it'll bring give you good lighting. That's perfect.
And that's actually
that's a good idea.
And that's a good point. Actually, look, we've been having fun here talking, and it's 10 o'clock already. One thing about that is, and it happened to me when I first started photography many moons ago. I'm like, oh my gosh. So you feel like you have to get every piece of equipment. And now going forward, and this is even when I got into live streaming in April, I was looking at all the creators, right? And
everybody was like, oh, you need a Sony or you need a Canon and a Sony, and nobody mentioned Nikon. So I'm like, come on, like I have a Nikon, but I didn't like the look of the Sony and I didn't like the look of the Canon. So I was like, shoot, like what am I gonna do? I almost invested $2,000 on a whole setup when I already had what I needed, which is what I'm using right now. I already had what I needed. So I was like, you know what? Let me chill and let me just look, because I used to but I used to video for my customers with this camera. So I'm like, why do I need to make this work? And the only piece of equipment that I needed to make it work was a cam link, right? But I was ready to invest $2,000 on something that I really didn't need, that I really didn't like the looks of, just because I was watching all the creators and they like their Sonys. You love your Sony, right? So I just like the look of my Nikon. So that's a good thing to keep in mind when you are trying to invest in something. Just really take a look at what you have first, and second, what your application is and how you're going to use it for. Because buying, a lot of I get questions like, what lights are you using? What lights do you use? But I have these lights because I'm a photographer and I use these lights for photography, headshots, and I have it, so I use it for live streaming as well. But you don't need to spend $700 on lights for your live stream, right? Unless you have the budget and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna splurge on this, then go ahead and do it. Other than that, it's just we have a lot of equipment that we don't use. I still have an umbrella, you guys, that I bought when I first started that I have not used once. And I have been in photography for 12 years now, and I still haven't used it.
Yeah, but you never know. You never know when you're gonna end up using stuff, right? Because like I had this boom arm, for example, right, for quite some time. I used it probably back in 2020, but like now, look, it comes in handy, right? Because it's keeping the fluid off the desk. We've been having issues where our sound is bleeding with two mics, right? But now, and it's free, right? Because like you're not going to karate chop the microphone anymore because it's like elevated. And we're able to share the sound. So stuff like that. You never know. You never know when you're gonna need stuff. Like future proofing is important too.
If you're gonna make a big investment, right, and depending on how and where you're going, where you want to take your career, then it's good. But you know that you're okay buying whatever you want. You don't have to justify it. But it's like this arm. We have like five microphone arms.
I don't know. Well, not microphones, but I'm talking about like the boom arm and stuff, right? Because like this was also used for other productions as well, but it comes in handy in this case, right? It's a good use case for it. Wanted to say hello to a few people real quick. Hello, Jeff. Good to see you here.
Hi, Jeff.
And Liz.
Liz, what's up? I saw your post on LinkedIn and I looked at it real quick and I'm like, I gotta mark it so that I can watch your stream.
Yeah. Upgrade your skills first.
Yes, exactly. That's Johnny. That's exactly right, Johnny. Because it's like you have to,
like the Mr. Camera Junkie shirt says. yes. Upgrade your skills.
Yeah. That's exactly right. You just have to wait. Who's saying that?
DJ right on beat.
DJ right on beat. What time you have? But yeah, that's what it is. I do feel that that's true. You just have to upgrade your skills and just think about what it is that you want to do before you go on investing on equipment. Right. Because
like these lights, right? What is the price range for them?
About $700. Yeah.
And it comes with both.
Yeah. And it also comes with a beauty dish. So it has, the beauty dish because I use for my headshots, and then it also comes with the lighting. And you guys, let me tell you, speaking of that, right? I bought these lights 5 years into my photography career, right? So I was with an umbrella, shoot through with it, and a reflector. And then when, I was like, you know what? I want to take I learned, right? So I was like, what will give me this that I'm looking for? And then I started researching on it, and I was looking for some nice shadows, and I mainly photograph women. So I was looking for nice soft shadows for just like you see right now, right? Nice soft. And I was like, I had to research what light will give me that. and which lens will give me that and all that. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I invested on that and I charged for that investment, but I was confident on all of that already that I will achieve those results. So then I went for it because and it was a great investment. These lights are amazing, and it was about 5 years ago.
Yeah. That's awesome. No, these are good. It's good. The lighting is really soft.
Yeah,
on them.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. And plus, coupled with the camera settings, and then coupled with some LUTs, but I still owe you guys some LUTs tutorials. But speaking of tutorials, Fuljens, it's already 10. How about we spend the last 15 minutes on the automated scenes?
What did we have for automated? Did we have another?
So they were
question
asking, what? He's just I was just automated things. He was talking about comments. If he can include the comments on all scenes,
right?
And the timer.
Right. So
let me look it up.
Right. So we answer that question for that person asked that who left that comment.
But we can cover so they can see it.
Yeah, and timestamp it again. I thought we timestamp it in the 3.10 video, but
so then let's not cover. Let's cover something else then.
Yeah, but we answered that. We answered their question. So they wanted to know, how do you have the timer showing in all scenes when you have an automated folder, right? Rotating the scenes is to move the timer to show in all scenes, right? So we answered that. The other thing was actually Glenn, who put us to the test on this, right? Is when you have an automated folder.
Yes, we can do it.
How to have the comments always taking priority. So let's try this.
Let's try this. All right.
Let's try this real quick.
And then you guys are just gonna send comments right now, right? Like test, can testing, so that we can get straight up.
Okay, and then that's gonna be interesting to do this. Boom, boom. So we'll do three scenes, and then.
Wait, what, Michael?
I purchased a beauty dish with Bowen's mouth. It didn't work. Going for plastic surgery.
Yeah, what? All right, let's check out this. Okay.
Yeah. So how about this? I'll put it right here on the lid.
That's something else. You remember, you guys, how much I was looking for a microphone, and I was like, I don't know, no, Dios mío, you guys, when I held this microphone. So this is another thing, right? So I saw the Lewitt, and I actually heard it when it was first Loria's partner, or whomever his name was, and I'm like, shoot, that microphone actually sounds really cool, but I didn't like the color. I didn't like it was white and black and white. So I was like, okay, that sounds good. Marked. Forgot. So a year later, Fuljens and I are together, right? And so I'm like, I don't know, man. And he's like, here, speak to the sure. And I spoke to the sure, and I was like, And then I was like, shoot, I really like the look of the Lewitt. I really like it. And then Fuljens go, well, and then I saw it comes in black. I wonder, freaking 2 days later, the Lewitt is here. The Fuljens just purchased it, and I'm like, okay. And then he's like, here, touch this. And he put it in my hands, the microphone. I was in love. I was like,
You know when you get a product and legit, because the weight of the product,
yes.
It's okay, this is legit.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing.
We went to it's called the Provisional Restaurant, where we had brunch in San Diego.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it was at the Pendry Hotel. That's a very punish for what I'm about to say. Pendry. Pendry. The pen had so much weight to it. It was thinner than the Ecamm pen, and it just felt legit. It was like, yo, this is
if somebody can stab somebody with it, like LMN. They give me a title for LMN.
Oh my gosh!
Stabbed with a pen.
Stabbed with a pen on LMN. Okay, so just back to this real quick, right? We have 3 automated scenes: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But we locked, according to Glenn, right? Glenn said if you lock the scenes, then the comments should automate to showing all scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But in the case of automatic group, it's not working. Because look, people like, let's say Paul Dixon, test.
Yeah.
And click on it and it just
disappears.
Right?
Yeah.
But let's try something. Let's leave. Let's go back to here. Let's see if we could apply it to this though. Host is locked, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Paul Dixon, test. It shows in all scenes. So we gotta let Glenn know that it doesn't work for automated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it is showing in all scenes. So let's
Yeah.
do Shift Command D. Right. So Paul Dixon's is test. Elizabeth. Yeah, it's showing in all scenes.
Mm-hmm. Look how I just went all the way.
That's the automatic
I
auto
think,
wrap feature.
and this is another thing that we were like, Glenn, so what is? And he's like, oh, we like putting buttons there without telling people to see if they're gonna notice it and all this stuff. And I do believe, was it Liz?
Yeah.
Was it Liz? This Liz?
Liz is wait for
the but she's like, oh, I found this.
You found what was it?
The button.
No, Catherine Wakefield.
Oh, it was Catherine. Okay.
In the Ecamm Live Academy group.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Catherine, right? And she found it. We're like, what? And we didn't even notice it, right? So he's like, I like putting just buttons in there.
Yeah.
To see.
So if you lock one scene, the comments will show in all scenes, but it doesn't do that for automated. So if you go back here and we play. Right, so we're rotating. Of course, it stays there because it's there, showing in all scenes. But let's say we go back to DJ Right on Beats. So it's staying there. Oh, now it's staying.
So this is locked.
Yeah, it's locked.
All the scenes are locked. And the automated group is
Okay, it's working. But you know what's happening now too? All the other comments are staying too, I think. Oh no. It's kind of like
they're staying. They're stacking
it.
It says it's getting stocked.
Yeah, it works somehow, Paul. But DJ Right on Beats comment stayed. And it's not hide. Okay, now it's hidden. But yeah, it is working. It's working to an extent.
Mm-hmm. So it would be like we will have to place it manually on specific spots so it doesn't.
Because maybe if let's try this again, right? So if we go back to host and let's delete these and start from scratch. So new automatic group, the scenes are locked, right? So if you look here on the Lewitt, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, let's see. Camera Junkie shrug the shoulders. That's cool. It works.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why it wasn't working before, but look, it's kind of like
cut up,
unstable a little bit, right? Because like we're trying to click on and we had to click several times.
Yeah, I just think so. We just let Glenn know it does work to an extent.
Yeah. It's like you have to click on it like several times, and they're stacking.
Yeah. That's what is stacking. So it's gonna be it will be kind of like moving it because since we're already clicking it, we can click it and just place it different places when we bring them in,
and then manually remove to broadcast.
So
let's try that. Let's make it let's say 4 seconds.
That was slow down the rotation. That was already at 1.
It was every 1 second. So now it's gonna be on 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
But that shouldn't. It should be. It should be still stock. It should be regardless of like whichever. I think it's fine now. Yeah, it's working, right? But regardless of what the time is, let's see this now. It's still acting funny. Right. So let's go to test here. Click once, it doesn't work. Click twice. Now it does. Is it like waiting for a particular scene to do it?
Go up, maybe.
Right, to go up.
The first.
Let's look at that. 3, 2. It's twerking.
I just feel like we should just drag it so they're not on top of each other.
Okay.
And then at the same time, if we are, for example, live, we're not gonna want to stack all of them, so we'll have to like click it and just hide it So it's not so
Right. Dragging
quickly.
worked, and then we would have to manually remove it.
right.
But look at that. It's
But-
it's being weird. You see that? You see what we're doing, right? And it's not.
Right.
And then maybe if we go here and then delete it. But you know what? Take a look at this. I just thought that, yeah, like you see like how the trash can is it goes white and then
Disable.
it goes it's like disabled on a particular scene.
Because that comment is not on that scene.
Right. But it's showing in all scenes, but technically it's not. It's something, there's something there. There's something to that.
Yeah.
It shouldn't do that. Right. So let's bring this comment back on here. Right. So that works. But now if we want to remove it to broadcast, look, it's if you look down here, Lewis's comment in the comments panel, it doesn't give you the remove from broadcast.
But what
option.
scene is this in? So
It's in showing all scenes.
right, but it's showing all scenes, but it isn't a specific scene. Is it in scene 1, 2, or 3? You know what I mean? Like when the comment came in, which scene did it come into?
Yeah, so that's another thing too.
Yeah.
So let's try this. Okay, so let's take this twerking. So 3, so now it's on 2. Okay, so we dropped it in 2 or during 2, which I think shouldn't matter because it's going and showing all scenes.
But it's still on us because it disables it, right? So it's
Yeah.
like maybe it's
So
on
let's
its way.
see. Let's go. Right, and now it's on 2. I don't know, like you see this thing, like the trash can keeps, whenever it switches to another scene, the trash can
It's disabled, so I think that's what it is. I think it's because it's in a specific scene. So let's go to the scene that you're bringing the comment in, and then let's see if that's there. Because right now we're just theorizing. So let's put it into practice and see.
It could be that whenever it switches to another scene, it disables. See, at 3, it went away.
Okay, so this is on 3.
Yeah, so
So let's go to 3.
If we highlight it, right, and then wait till it goes to 3, yeah, see, it goes dark. So highlight again on 3, it's there, right? So that's what it is. So it's every time it switches to the scene, like it says, like, you know, you can't delete me because I'm switching another scene. But that's one thing. But the only thing is we're noticing the remove from broadcast is not there. Let's just make sure that we're not bugging out, right? If we go here to host, and then, yes, Paul, exactly.
Yeah.
Right? So, okay, so it's not there.
That was a request.
So there is no remove from broadcast. I thought it was there. Wasn't there remove from broadcast?
Yeah, it was removed from broadcast. Before, when you add it to broadcast, then it will be removed from broadcast. Add it again.
Oh, is it just
Yeah.
this? Is it just... No, there it is.
Yeah,
Now it says
it's when
it.
you add it. Yeah,
Yeah,
when
now
you
it says
add
it.
and then it says it.
Yeah, but how come when we're... Okay, and how about, let's say, if we drag it, oh, it doesn't say remove from broadcast. Interesting. Very interesting. But then when we're here in an automatic group... Oh, now it is. So now we click it, but you see, like it's just kind of erratic. It's a little erratic because the remove from broadcast was there for like a split second, but when it switched to another automatic scene, it went away. But at least
It's just the same as the other one. You cannot remove it. You cannot delete it from here. It's the same rule, right? So if it's true, right? If the theory is correct, if you have it in a different scene, you're not going to be able to remove it. You're not going to be able to delete it, which is actually the same thing, remove, delete, from here.
Yeah.
Because they're in a different scene.
Yeah. But, you know, we'll take this, right? It's better than nothing. It's kind of erratic, but
we can report it. Like when we were talking about...
to make it behave a little bit better.
Yeah, exactly. Like when we were talking about the text overlays kind of freaking out sometimes, like when we will resize it and then we went to edit it, it would just like freak out. It just resized itself. And we just found a workaround. And then we're talking to Glenn about it, and he's like, and we're like, yeah, we've noticed that. And he's like, how long have you guys noticed that for? And we're like, and he said, well, thank you for reporting it.
Yeah, and in a smart way. Thanks for reporting it.
Yeah. And we're like, we just worked around there. We're just like, it's just like, but we reported it in person.
And then if we look at showing all scenes, right? Look at these.
Yeah, Robert, definitely.
Yeah, it just needs a tweak.
I'm gonna write that down so we can send it afterwards.
And I'm trying to delete these comments here. Let's see if it lets me delete it. So Paul Dixon's comment, delete it, and then okay, because I thought they were coming back for some reason. No, okay, it's clearing it out now. But that is good to know. At least that works to a certain extent. It just needs tweaking. Yeah. But I definitely agree. Like if it was just to show in all scenes by default, that would be great. And then in addition to that, the timer overlay, a few of us have suggested for the timer overlay, instead of go to next scene when finished, go to this scene when finished.
Oh my gosh.
So the timer will show in all scenes, and then when the timer ends, just like you're assigning a stream deck, you're assigning a scene to a stream deck, you could assign a particular scene to a timer.
Yeah, I mean we sent that last month, I think it was. So I'm pretty sure because when we put it in the group that we send requests for the team, a lot of other of us, the team, are like, oh my gosh, yes, please. So I think they're gonna prioritize that.
Yeah.
Maybe, hopefully, because that will be pretty cool. So when the countdown ends, go to the 5th scene or something like that, right?
Right.
And then the same as automatic scenes.
Right.
We asked a lot of automatic scenes.
Right.
Features.
And then just like if you name your scenes, right, it should pick it up, right? So let's say you name a scene called screen share. So now in that timer overlay panel, it says go to this scene when finished. You select screen share, just like you would do it in your stream deck. It makes perfect sense. And it made a lot of sense to Glenn as well, right? So that fixing this comment situation and shapes, adding shapes and rotating text.
Continue telling them everything that we asked.
But these are all the things that we've been talking about on Building Blocks.
Yeah,
you know?
but it would be nice for them to get a surprise.
I'm not saying that we asked them or anything,
Yes,
anything's
you did.
coming, but I'm just saying like it would be cool to have these features. It would be cool to have these features.
It would be cool to have them.
I didn't say anything else. We don't know. Glenn didn't even say, yeah, oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to work on that. He was like, That was it.
He smiled too.
It's like, it makes sense.
He smiled too. And it was so funny because when we were at dinner, Ken is watching, the gluten and all that stuff, right? And then we're like, oh, okay, so what happened? And Glenn goes, because you do it better, Glenn.
Did he curse in that, or it was like?
I don't even know.
Because he was like, yeah, Ken is gluten free, but he was like, that's bull, right?
Yeah, yeah. He said
they're like the same metabolism.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, he has a gluten allergy, which is bull because I don't have it. That was funny. I was like, good point.
That was hilarious.
That's so interesting, though. It's so interesting how
I'm still waiting for line height on. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh! Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. I'm gonna write. Line height.
Yes, and yeah, not 4.0. Yes, a dot release to fix this issue, and then probably add some other features before 4.0 for sure.
Yeah. And what we could do actually, because they like it when it's in video, we just clip this specific thing.
Yeah.
And send it so that they can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, line high will be great.
Yeah, Rob. Drop down menu with your name scene so you can choose the scene and have the timer.
Yes.
But you see, the auto wrap text, I don't like that it puts everything on one line, or if it goes to two lines. Listen.
Oh my goodness.
Listen.
Hi, mister.
I wish I had. No. We do have it. First of all, hello,
Over
David
here.
Blackman. And David, this is for you.
What up, David? I know we have a couple of more people that came in, and hello, all of you. Thank you so much for being here. As we go for a 2 hour.
We said hello to Yvette. Yeah, Yvette was on the Facebook side.
Oh, okay.
We miss you. We miss you, good sir. Oh man.
And it's good, like when we used to see so many awesome people at Let's Get Live and all that stuff, and then we don't see you guys. We know you guys are just super busy doing your thing.
Yeah, and working on projects.
So
I know David's been traveling, and David has an amazing podcast out now. It's so cool, cool to have you here. Yeah. But yeah, definitely. These feature requests will come to fruition sooner than later. I want to say speak it into existence. Yeah, yo, definitely build some blocks.
Listen, for real, Dave. It's just like I was telling Fuljens the other day how like it's surreal how it has changed and how it has evolved from you can lower the opacity to create shapes and do designs into now actually not having to hack so much.
Yeah. So, and I was saying this at the meetup, right, when Adrian was doing his presentation, and he put up a screenshot or a video of something that inspired somebody or like caught the attention of a particular influencer, right? And that was the video of Adrian, I think back in 2019 or 2020, showcasing text overlays in Ecamm Live. And I was using OBS and, just using Zoom, period, everything, right? And then I was like on the fence. I was like, no, actually, I downloaded Ecamm. So I had the trial version, right? And then I saw Adrian's video. First of all, I was like, I was moved by Adrian. I was vibing. I was like, who's this dude? This dude is really cool, right? And the fact that he just made it so easy, like, here's the text overlay. You could do this, you could do this. And like, I'm like, wow, this is so much simpler than OBS. I was sold. I got the pro account right after that video. And fast forward to 2022 with all these amazing features. Like, it was like such a selling point then, right? Without all those things. And now, like, it's just like got, I don't know how many times better.
Yeah.
It's improved so greatly, and it continues to improve. And the developers are so receptive to the community and to us and to help continuing to build it, right?
Yeah.
And there's certain like features that are available on OBS or Canva and Keynote, and pretty soon, like, it's like if the features in Ecamm will be on par with all of those things.
But is the goal to be on par with all of those, or is the goal to just make the application usable as we go
while still being usable? And when I'm saying like those features, like just the things that we've spoken about, right? Like shapes. Wouldn't it be cool to have shapes, or not having to like manipulate text all the time, right?
When we ask for shapes.
Oh, okay. So we asked for shapes, and then it was like circle, square, triangle, and here comes Glenn. Triangle? Obtuse?
What type of triangle do you want? And we like, okay. But then it's pretty cool because sometimes Fuljens and I are having conversations, and then Fuljens is saying something to me, and I'm asking him for more details, and he's like, that's what it is. And I'm like, no. So then it's like, it was so cool to see, right, that other people think that way.
Oh my gosh.
And then Glenn goes, well, what kind of triangles would you like?
Obtuse triangle.
But it's true, right? They're different triangles.
Ask away, David. Ask away.
They're different triangles. Or then, like, I don't know the names of it, but I have seen them, right?
Yeah. No, obtuse, I know. The other ones are drawing the blank right now. Standard. Like, standard triangle, Glenn? I don't know. All of them. Give us all the triangles.
I mean, like a circle is a circle, right. A line is a line, but then
Oval.
a line can be slanted too.
Yeah.
But then if you rotate it, then it's cool, which is rotating was like, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, got tanned.
A little bit. Fuljens gets tanned quicker than I do. Because I wear hats and all the stuff because, for the ladies, tan. Like, the sun is not so great, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Liz.
Yeah, they do make us look at everything in detail. They want all the specifics.
Exactly. It's like so. I mean, it makes sense, right? So is this then that?
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Dean. Look at you.
Wow.
Look at you.
People haven't seen it in so long.
Yeah, it's like now.
This is the hour for that.
I guess I know we've been like, it's Friday and I have to make so many phone calls. I don't have a meeting today, but like the phone calls are lit that I have to make. But yeah, the microphone's sounding good.
Yeah.
Right, Samantha. It's like my son, because my son is a gamer. He was using. I'm like, I needed to do the behind the scenes that we're doing in real life this April. I needed to do the same thing April 2020. So I was like, how am I gonna do this? And I'm kind of like trying to figure it out. And then my son goes, well, there's this program that's called OBS and you can do this and that. And I'm like, okay, show me how to use it. And he goes, these are scenes and then you put everything in there. And I'm like, really? Okay. So he didn't really explain it. Then I went on YouTube trying to look for how to use OBS, opened it up, saw the window expansion, and I was like, you know what? I don't need this BS. I can't do it. I don't have time for this. And I don't even know how it was. I think it was just served. I'm searching for OBS and Ecamm, showed up. And so I downloaded Ecamm and I was like, oh, shoot. So, okay. I got it. It was nothing. It was a clean interface, very simple. And I was like, this is it. This is what I'm looking for. And after that, it was just, I went live 3 days after downloading Ecamm. Yeah. But just like, I think I saw a video on Diana,
yeah.
I saw a video where she was talking about the differences between the pro and the standard version of Ecamm. And then she goes, it has this, you can do this and that. I don't remember what it was. And I was like, okay, I need that. Okay, straight up pro, yearly. I just went yearly. I'm like, okay, that's it. I know I'm going to be doing this for a long time, so I'm going to do this. And off I went with a borrowed microphone and a borrowed webcam from my son. So that's how I started, you guys. It was great.
Sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay. So, David, since it's been a while, Paul is letting you off the hook by not putting a Q in front of you. Your long paragraph question. Right. So David wants to know how we split the two colors in half. Like, for example, in the intro, like when we do the two veils, like the split veil, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so those are just two text backgrounds, two text overlay backgrounds, and we just hide it. And then...
he's probably trying to figure like the strategy behind it because again it goes back to what we're saying about manipulating the text and everything, right? So maybe we can do a quick demo on that. And then also too, David, if you haven't done so, download the grid at buymeacoffee.com/AnnaandFuljens. The grid, the grid is your friend. The grid is your friend. That will be helpful in manipulating the text the way you want it to, right? So let's do that.
So 30 degrees, 45 degrees. Thank you. Okay. 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60, 90. That's everything that he was asking for. We're like,
yeah.
That's why triangles were so messy in trigonometry for me. I'm like, listen, you know what?
That's funny. All right.
Exactly. Manipulating the like not so much the text is just like the screen itself. So we're gonna show you. Let's just go to the waiting screen. No, we didn't have the waiting screen.
The waiting screen is busy right now, so the waiting screen is not in service. All right. Command N, and let's just do for you, right? Because let's do it this way, because I think this feature might help you, David.
Yeah.
Right. You want to explain that?
So what we do is, if we put the background on now, so we want to create the shape that we want to use, right? So you see, like, if you want to create a half screen, then you create the shape here. So when it comes over, then we know exactly how the shape is going to be, and the text overlays won't give you so much of a little hassle to reshape.
Give you more of like you be able to manipulate it more vertically than horizontally, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's try this. So let's take this and then.
And that was when we were.
And then usually I scale it back like this.
Yeah, and that's when we were on separate things. So maybe we can just like split the cameras, because that's how we did it. So you know how the two when you add a guest, it automatically splits it right in the middle. So that was the guide for it. So it was how it was just perfectly split.
Yeah, like but I think we got this is pretty good. Like and as you see, David, like it's manipulating very well, right? This is pretty good. So this is basically it. And then we can take this one and option drag it. Option drag. And then change the color of this to another one. Right? Of course, it does a little.
This is what we were explaining to Glenn.
And we told him that this has been happening recently. and not before the 3.10 goodies, it's been fine. It hasn't been doing that. Mm-hmm. There you go. Just like that.
Yeah, it's still not half. But
Okay. Let's scale it down a little
but
bit.
then we know, right? We know like
Aye.
that it's just when it splits it.
Yeah.
When you're creating it, you can actually do it that way.
Yeah.
Either have the grid, which is the best thing.
There you go.
There we go.
Right.
Yeah.
And then let's see if it pops out of place. 47.
Hey.
Yep.
Yeah. So
But
that happens.
But at least we have, like, when you have it in place, it should be fine. Oh yeah. See now.
Extend. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
from the bottom. Extend,
Start it from the
There
bottom.
we go. Now we're here.
Boom. Now we're here. And take this and go to 47. Boom. And then it's gonna pop out of place. But Glenn is working on fixing that feature or that issue. Boom. There you have it, David.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, so now like we're in two different places straight up.
Right. And let's get out that mode. Boom.
Straight up
I
into
see
different
your, I
places.
see your elbow there.
So yeah, this is how you trick people. Like, no, we're not. Like, he
Right.
has the same background that I do. And this is it. Right, exactly. There you go. So that's exactly how you do the thing. And then now, Dave, you can have with automated things, you can have so much fun
Yeah.
with it, because you can have a split, and then you can change what we did. We changed the color, so we swapped the color, and then we swapped each other. This was when we were remote. So we swapped each other. So instead of me being here and to the left, then we switched this. So it's fun.
Yeah.
With the automated scenes. It's
Automated
really
scene is so fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really fun.
Yeah.
And then how you can do the overlay. The automatic overlays, switching the lower thirds.
Yeah.
Text
yeah.
overlays is great.
Yeah, that 3.10 video from last Friday. If any of you haven't seen it, but from the views, I'm pretty sure all of you have seen it. But
I know.
Take a look at that. That was really good. Like where we went over the lower thirds, where the lower thirds are rotating the text and everything like that. You know, and we have timestamps for you and all that there. So
Yeah, that was good. That Fuljens did great with the timestamp, and he's
Thank
like,
you.
I'm like, here, I'm like, yes, good for you, because people get like, and Fuljens like, we should do timestamps. I'm like, yeah.
right, and then somebody commented, it's like, you should have timestamps in the video. I was like, dang it, you beat us to it. It's like, we're doing it, we're getting to do it. You didn't have to comment on it.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. But
we got it done.
So it's just like, right, it's just like this one, honestly. It's like, I feel when we have, because you guys are awesome, we're here, and when we're just chatting and we're commenting stuff, for someone, for the replay, it might not be the best time for them if they're looking for something specific. So say we'll just cover, okay, automatic scenes on this time, and then off we go.
Right, because we did a lot of like talking about the meetup and everything. So yeah, we'll timestamp those particular parts. And David came up with the question of how do you do the split screen, so we'll timestamp that part as well. Yeah.
And now Dave has an amazing weekend thanks to us. He's going to just have fun designing, do it.
Build some blocks.
Do it. I mean, the overlays you can design. And there was this one gentleman at our workshop, and he was like, so you design all of this inside of Ecamm? And we're like, yeah. So his motto was keeping things simple. And then he saw it and he's like, I don't know, that doesn't look that looks too complicated. It's just too time consuming, blah, blah. And we're like, yeah, well, how do you do it currently? And he's like, well, I'll go to Canva, and then, when I have to change something, I go back to Canva and then bring it back in, and then I have to change text. And I'm like, that seems pretty simple to me. And then he's like, okay. So then we're showing samples of the designs that we have created, and then he saw one
of a particular client, and he's an Ecamm user, and I keep forgetting how many subscribers he has. A lot of subscribers. He has a lot of subscribers. He does stock. Yeah, he does stock. But once he saw, he's like, I know him.
Yeah, right.
That was it. His mood changed, energy changed. He was all ears after that.
So we designed we designed an overlay package for this person whom he knew. And then when we showed it, he's like, all of this, Marcus uses your designs. And we're like, oh, shoot. Marcus is a big deal. And we're just over here designing, like, yes, Marcus. He is pretty cool though. He's an author also.
93,000 subs. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, he's cool. Yeah, he's cool.
He's very knowledgeable about stuff.
But that was so funny. It was like. It's like his eyes lit up and everything. It's like his first is like,
and he's over there with his nice jacket.
Yeah, not impressed.
And Travis, if you're watching, Travis, if you're watching, we love you. Thank you. It was awesome meeting you, Travis. By the way, and he's over there with his nice suit and his like nice T-shirt. You know, like he's looking very Californian. He's very right. Hair right on place, perfect tan.
Right, everything.
Everything was just there.
Like
just
he can just star in a movie. Like,
exactly.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right.
He's very put together, and he's just like, yeah, keep things simple, and I'm like, okay. And they're talking smooth to him too, like you and him were like on the smooth side, and both of you, and I'm looking, look at this too. Okay, let me go in and mess things up. Let me shake it up a little bit. But they were like, it was good. It was a good. That was funny when he just like all of a sudden his eyes got.
Yeah.
Like, what? You guys do?
Because he found someone he can relate to.
Yeah, and that is the power of relatability, you know? Yeah. When you just see someone using something, which is why influencing is big.
Yeah.
Influencing is big.
Yeah. And you know what was also awesome? Speaking of influencing, right? Oh, good morning, Don Davis. Good to see you.
Hey, Don. You know, I think I saw Jesus. Jesus, if you're still here, hola, Jesus.
Oh, yeah. Somebody dropped a Spanish comment in there.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was like, I know we forgot to say hello to somebody.
Nikki Saunders.
Oh, my gosh.
First of all, there was like this commotion outside of the room. Like there was a crowd and hugging and everything. Like, what's going on? Cameras, all this stuff is going on. And then the person walks into the room. It was Nikki Saunders. Nikki's walking with the swag and everything. It was like, yo, straight up out of like a music video, like just, oh my God, right. Swag dripping everything. Yeah. Like Nikki was just like the SHI, bleep, right? And then she's saying hello and everything. And then we were busy like building blocks. And then like, you know, Adrian was referencing us on his presentation. And so we were just staying put. And we're like, oh my God, I cannot wait to say hi to Nikki. Can't wait to say hi to Nikki. A few seconds later, Nikki walks up to us and says, I just love you guys. And I love what you do. We're like, what? And it was a group hug moment and everything. And then I never seen, you see people that you never know, see laugh or giggle. Uh-huh. Nikki giggled. She was like, she just felt warm. And I was like, what is this? It's like, you never know. You never know who's watching, right? You never know who you're impacting. You never know who you're influencing. That was just an amazing feeling.
I know, it was great. And Nikki over there just goes walking with like a whole crew of video people. So she's there walking, like looking so cool and chill. And then she has her team with cameras behind her, next to her and all of that. That's like, she had
a whole crew with her.
Bodyguards and videographers, like recording every move that she makes. It was funny. It was funny and cool to see. It was a great time. Yeah. It was a great time. Yeah. So, I mean, do we have any other question? Okay, JC, hola.
JC, hola.
Hola, JC. So, you know what? This is the time that people, like, it's almost 11 o'clock. This is the time that people just come out.
Like, this is the, they're still live time.
I know, and I have a meeting with my accountant, you guys, at 1 o'clock. I'm not looking forward to it. It's like, but you know what? Let me back this up, right? So back when I was a teenager, I didn't like going to the dentist. So I was like, why don't I like going to the dentist? It's something that I need to do. So when I followed what I needed to do to have a good dental cleaning, now I love going to the dentist. When I go to the dentist, I make a big deal out of it because I know I'm gonna get like shiny, bright teeth and all of that great stuff. So now all my dental visits are just, yes, I love it. I can't wait for them to go like, Anna, that was a 1, like, you know, because they measure your gums and all the stuff. So like, oh, 1. I'm like, yes, I have 1s everywhere. That's my goal, right? So when it comes to what was the other thing? Oh, the taxes. Okay, the taxes.
Yeah.
When it comes to taxes, I don't like doing taxes because sometimes I don't keep my receipts, and my receipts are all over the place and all this stuff. So I'm like, shit.
You do an amazing. She does an amazing job. She has this app. The moment like we go out to eat or whatever, like she pulls it out, click, takes a photo, she types in. It's like she does an entire intake. There's an entire intake form that she fills out after every single purchase.
Well, you have to.
I don't know what she's talking about. She doesn't do a good job.
Yeah, well, but I had to, right? But still, then there are some things that you have to claim because when those taxes are like, oh yeah, this is how much income you made, and then your taxable income is just like non-existent. You have to be like, what the hell? So I'm looking for things because my accountant said to me, you need more deductible income right now. So I'm like, so I'm looking for it. So that's what the call is about.
Yeah.
But I'm doing way better. Thank you for that. I'm doing way better now.
Okay, so this is the Spanish coming aquí. So translate, por favor.
Saludos desde Nicaragua. Gracias por su gran aporte y magnífico trabajo. Bendiciones. Okay, Vallardo. Oh, Vallardo. He was the one who asked for you asked for something. I know. I don't remember what it was.
There was
Pero,
he asked for a tutorial?
yes,
Okay.
but he's saying, hello from Nicaragua. Thank you so much for your support and excellent job.
Okay. Awesome.
God bless you.
Gracias.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes,
awesome,
yes,
awesome.
yes.
That's
So
cool.
yeah. I know, Samantha. We can't wait to
Yeah.
meet you. Can't wait to meet you. Oh, Fuljens, didn't you have something for Sam?
Yeah, so Sam, it's such a small world because I saw that you had an interview with Pastor Gill, and Pastor Gill, I know for a very long time, and the nonprofit that I do work with, he was basically, his church is right around the corner in Brooklyn, so I'm like, wow, I didn't know that you knew Pastor Gill. That's so awesome. I met Pastor Gill when he was working at the Brooklyn Borough President's office, so. That is cool. That is cool. And then I didn't get to see the entire interview, but now that I know that you know Pastor Gill, I'm gonna definitely, take some time and finish watching that.
It's like, Sam, I haven't checked out your streams, but now that
No, that's not what I said.
I know.
That's not what I said. I said I didn't finish watching Pastor Gill's interview.
I'm about to be kicked out after this. Yeah, so that was great. I was gonna say, Sam, you're doing great.
Small world.
You're doing great, Sam.
World.
Keep it up, my love. Keep it up.
For sure.
Yeah. So you guys, just in case you didn't hear at the beginning of the broadcast, if you just came in here and there, ENN is going to be lit this Monday because my co-host is going to be someone that is specially for us ladies, but also for everybody. Actually, for everybody, is going to be just great to hear from and to catch and to ask questions to and all of this great stuff. And then we have some great women. This is in celebration of Women History Month.
Yeah.
And I feel like March has been long.
Yeah,
Because I'm like, wait, so Women History Month? What was before that? What was before that?
Maybe
Black
because,
History Month.
Yeah, maybe because we've been traveling across multiple time zones
Maybe.
in the span of 4 days. So
Yeah.
that's probably what it was. But I'm looking forward to it. I couldn't have thought of a better replacement.
Yeah, Fuljens does have a what is a fan
Fanboying.
fanboying.
Yeah, fanboy.
Fan
If it's a
boying.
fangirl, so fanboy. I fanboy.
Yeah, he has a big fan crush. No, it's not
Fanboying.
Fanboying.
Yeah, it's different from crush.
It's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he thinks highly of her.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
better.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when Eden Lou, that's what Eden was like. Yeah, Eden thinks highly of you when she was fangirling.
She's so cute. She's so cute.
That was cool.
Yeah. So, grid require, is there a video on how to maximize its use? Let me write that down for you. Thank you for the tip, Mr.
Hey, David, listen. This is you have one left, one comment left without using the Q. You have one left, David. Be careful. And Paul's comment is right above you, so Paul is here. Yes, come see the invisible Fuljens. I'm not gonna be in the background like Callie, like I said, Callie and Abby.
No, but you know what I'm thinking about doing? That I was thinking I'm thinking about putting Fuljens on the shelf.
Oh,
That's
but
what I was
not,
thinking
not
about.
like a photo. You
photo.
have to take a nice headshot of me and place me there.
I have tons of headshots of you, so I'll put one of those on my place Fuljens, like strategically place him somewhere in there, so that he can feel like. Yeah, if I have you in like in the green room, I can't add you there live. So
Well,
you can be
I'll
like a
have to- I'll
Harry
have to stay-
Potter.
I'll have to stay still behind.
Would you have no problem staying still? For real, like he has no problem staying still. I have a problem staying still though, but he's like, I can have you there, just like Harry Potter and all of a sudden you just do a little move, and you change your pose, and then you're gonna change your pose. It would be a digital frame.
Nah, I'm gonna be hanging out with Paul and Lewis in the moderators crew. I'm just gonna be chilling with them. I'll do that. Yes. So Samantha's known him forever. Small world. Small world. That's awesome.
Yeah. Look at that. I really like these colors.
Yeah, you designed it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I really like this colors. Like it just makes me feel good. I'm telling you guys, the psychology of colors is just amazing. It's just amazing. After I found this article on Medium that I spoke about here in BuildingBlocks, then I got a book, and I actually haven't purchased it, but in hardcover, but I have it on the Kindle. I want to purchase it in hardcover because I want to be able to highlight and feel it and touch it. It's such a great book on how to evoke feelings by color. Yeah, and they're also saying some things about the opposite angle of that, where it depends on culture and what in different cultures colors mean. But colors are colors. So I go on the other side of that, right? So it's like color yellow. Most of us think of happy stuff because it's the sun, and the sun energizes us. When we talk about cool colors, the moon, right? The moon is calming, but it can also create an erotic feeling, especially when the moon is full, which the colors changed a little bit. So if we think about how the earth elements affect us humans and animals and all living things, actually, because it affects plants as well, then we can use those colors to evoke those same feelings that would happen subconsciously because you're not thinking about it, right? But it's there as a feeling. So earth tones and what it does to us, it kind of ground us, right? When we see kind of brown, we're like, okay, yeah, kind of like the mood just stays balanced and steady. But when we see happy, then our moods go up, and we see cool, we're kind of like, okay, I'm gonna calm down a little bit. Yeah. And it all happens subconsciously. So it is so interesting.
Perfect example. When we were at the airport, I kept pointing out this is a guy, or I don't know, like with that outfit it was like green.
Oh yeah.
They had a green like sweat shirt, and then like a gold yellow,
almost like building blocks,
or like Green Bay Packers colors, and like the green sweatpants, and then a brown leather, like the luggage, the carry-on was like brown leather, like a backpack and a carry. And I was like, I love that color combination. And it was getting me all energized. It was like, I just love that color combination, like that green with the yellow, or the gold. That was really cool.
Yeah, and plus the way they carry themselves, they were
when you put
lit.
it all together.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Just some fashionista stuff right there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The psychology of color is amazing. So anyway, that goes back to this. Okay.
Paul put David on timeout. Oh, and then so guys, Doc is not feeling well, so there's no stream today. So well wishes to Doc.
Yeah, and he was wearing his mask almost all the time.
Yeah,
it must have been like, it was a lot, and that's the thing. Like that's why you guys, that's why guys, that, and also whenever I feel for real, whenever we're gonna go to bye Dave, whenever we're gonna go to an event or a party that there's gonna be food and salty foods and drinks, I hydrate. And I treat myself to great hydration and treat my body very nicely before then. So the impact on all the craziness is lower, right? So I was drinking a lot of water and all of that stuff. You were doing it a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Because there was this good bougie water from the CVS, the local CVS.
That water was
That was
good.
like the highest pH level.
That's the water that we have. It's the same pH.
But it just tasted smoother.
It did.
It was really good.
Yeah.
It was really good. That was some good San Diego water. Yeah, for sure. Lewis.
Oh yeah, for real. I have the wheel because in photography, when I have to recommend ladies and families how to, well, Louis, and then how what colors go with what, I actually go to the color wheel and then I go, okay, so then I show them, so here are the colors that you can wear. Opposite to that, there you go, your complementary colors, so let's go for it. And then they go for they plan their outfits. But yeah, that
reminds
is
me of yesterday. That reminds you of yesterday at the School of Fashion and Design.
Where was the color wheel?
No. Like how they were pairing the colors for the dress.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. So, yes. Oh, you guys, we did something so good. Speaking of that, I know we have to go. Have you guys tried InShot, the app? Let me tell you something about that situation. I get so excited. I haven't showed you yet. But so we're designing we have to edit 2 videos. So one is going to be for the big screen that is going to be in front of like thousands of locals and actually all over the world because they come from everywhere.
Right. And then just so they know what Anna's referring to, this is the Boeheim Ball, right? So here in Syracuse you have the Syracuse University basketball team, and the head coach Jim Boeheim. Anna does the production for his wife, Julie Boeheim, right? So covering up the dress and everything leading up to it and stuff leading up to gala, in addition to covering the gala itself.
Yeah. So yesterday we did the first, which was where she goes to get her measurements for the dress when she goes to choose which design she's going to go for, and then which material she's going to select for her dress. And it's a big thing because obviously all the ladies here look up to her a lot, and one of the biggest engagement videos and posts is all about her dress and what she's going to wear. So yesterday we went and filmed that part, and then Fuljens got to see that, which is what you're talking about. And what word do you hear, right, that we were talking about?
Monochrome.
Yeah. So monochromatic is very in now, which is all of the signs. If you didn't see it, that the signs that we had for Adrian, actually it was like, so yeah. So it was for Adrian, we designed monochromatic, and we went over what's trending in 2022. That's one that we really are seeing right now. So actually seeing it into practice so close, so close proximity, it's pretty cool. So she decided to go that way, and we filmed it. So we filmed it vertically for the social media, and then we also filmed it horizontally for when we're gonna show it to the event itself. And I'm not designing this in Final Cut Pro. There has to be something else. So I went and I'm like, okay, best blah 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 InShot. Come to find out that I already had it downloaded, but I hadn't played with it. Last night I played with it, you guys.
You future-proofed.
Funny. You couldn't wait to use that.
See how it comes back?
I see. Well, but that didn't cost me any money though. So it just cost me a little bit of storage.
Yeah.
But anyway, so then it's just great. You guys, it's so much flexibility, and it's just amazing. I can't wait to push it out. It has text, you can move it, it has animation for the text, it has like elements that you can animate. It's just pretty cool. I wait till you see it. It's pretty cool.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so that's that. So really, we're gonna be done now. Yeah, we're gonna be done. Yes, okay, good. So this has been your morning to lunch. We're morning to lunch.
Breakfast to brunch.
Right,
BB. The building blocks. Breakfast
to lunch. Oh my gosh, you're such a nerd.
Yes. BB.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Marvin. Okay, Marvin. Listen, Marvin. I just started using it yesterday. So if you have great tips about it, please just inbox me and Facebook and let me know like tips and tricks about InShot to make my life easier. I love the transitions were pretty good. I love the lower third, the text and all of that. That was pretty cool. So send me anything that you have because I like it. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna show you. And then the cool thing is that you can import the songs. So I imported a song from Epidemic Sound, and I was able to manipulate it really nicely. Just has so much flexibility. It's just amazing. I like it. I'm gonna contact them too to see if they have an affiliate link, because I'm about to be dropping shot everywhere.
Yeah.
That's so amazing. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we covered 2 hours of stuff.
Yes.
It's 11 o'clock. We are going to make some phone calls, and then Fuljens wants to go to an Indian place, which I'm not sure if we're gonna go.
Oh yeah.
It's an Indian buffet, you guys.
Yeah. And then later on, go back to doing some time stamping for some folks in the stream, just so they could find it, find whatever they're looking for.
Good morning, Marvin says. Good morning, Marvin. Yes. So yeah, you guys. So that was that for today.
Yeah. That was all.
It just reminded me of Brian Shulman right now, just saying that.
That's how can we not forget Brian Shulman, right? Brian Shulman and Nancy. Amazing,
they were amazing. They're great people.
So many people, guys. Like, so the moral of this long stream is that if there's any way that you can make to these meetups, do it. It is so worth it. So worth it. Especially when the meetups are at no cost, right? Because you don't have to actually attend the conference. Some people get confused with that, but we will do our best to make those clear when we're announcing the news and everything like that. That there's no cost to meeting up with your Ecamm fam.
Yeah.
No cost whatsoever.
I mean, in the way, you guys, there were lunch. There was at the studio lounge, right? There was lunch. There were drinks. There were snacks, all included, right? All included. I was like, I'm kind of picky about chicken because I don't like the chicken to actually taste like chicken. I like the chicken to have some like great flavor. And so I was like, oh man, I'm not sure about this. And then Adrian's wife goes, you're gonna like it. It's good. It's like kind of spicy. So I'm like, whatever. So I go and I just take a tiny little piece of chicken and I taste it, and then it was good. So it was really good. So they did great in terms of food. And then you had it as well, right?
Yeah, and we didn't even get to talk about the food. Like
right.
The food. I mean, like
at the meetup, that food was great.
Yeah, all the past hors d'oeuvres and everything was amazing. But the drinks, like the whiskey sour was like the best whiskey sour I ever had. Like, and then Glenn.
Yeah, and that's a lot because that's what you like to drink when you go out.
And Glenn was like it was pre-made, but the fact I guess pre-made the flavor settles in much better. But we have a video on that, right?
We do,
actually,
which I'm putting together. Yeah, I'm putting together in shot.
You're putting together like a better one or whatever. But it's on our YouTube channel and Instagram. Like go and you see how like they make the whiskey sour. It was awesome.
So I'm gonna let Fuljens answer this because Fuljens actually is a fanboy. A fanboy of Adrian. Marvin, I'm gonna let Fuljens answer that.
The best. It's and that's the beauty of meeting your fellow content creators in person. Who you meet online or on YouTube or on camera is exactly who they are off camera, right? And then some, right? Because you get to have like that personal one-on-one with them, and we get to like crack jokes and like tease each other and all that stuff. It's just so great. Adrian is so cool, so cool. It is just so awesome, like being around Adrian. Like it's like you're just like just drawn to his energy and his entire family. Yeah. So warm and inviting, right? And poor Adrian, just like Anna, like they both lost their voice. Adrian like lost his voice before he actually got there, right?
No, he lost his he was good at the meetup. It was the next day that he lost his voice.
No, but he was losing his voice at the meetup, like towards the end. That's when we noticed it, yeah. And then the next day for the presentation, he's barely had his voice, but it made people pay attention to him much more because he lost his voice. I was like, I want to know if he's gonna make it through. But it was awesome. Adrian is amazing. Adrian is amazing.
Great. And then Simple Tech Review. Heather is also pretty good. Like Heather was there. We I'm glad that we went through with video and just captured because it was so amazing because a lot of people just kept coming to us saying hello, right? So we didn't have a lot of time to take pictures inside, but we did some video, like 10-minute videos, where we got Heather and Tom.
Yeah.
But we didn't take a picture with, then Heather came to us and because she was vlogging and she took some video of us, but we didn't have time to take a lot of pictures. I took some. I took more than you did.
More photos, and then for me, like I'm just so caught up in the moment that I'm not taking any photos. I'm just like soaking it all in. Right. And then I just like the next day I was like, wait a minute, I gotta do this. Like I was like, I remember I take a selfie with Adrian. I took a selfie with Luria. That's basically it. Everything else was like all group selfies and stuff like that. And then Stephanie, Jill, and Anna made me take photos of them.
Right. So we didn't even. You and I. We didn't even take a picture.
No, we didn't.
Like we didn't even take a picture together. I was like, I was looking for one for us for the video.
Right.
And I was like, we didn't take any.
Because you know what we kept doing in the Omni Hotel. There was this big mirror. There's this big mirror. Like once you walk in, like the whole wall is a mirror. So like each day or each time we changed our wardrobe, we were just taking like elevator mirror selfies. So that's what we took.
Yeah, that's it. But it's like, okay, like, oh, we're gonna have that in the video, but we didn't have any. There was one that we took, and you were the one. You're like, oh, we haven't taken a picture together, so we actually had one by the E.
Oh yeah,
on the barrels.
By the E's,
but it was so dark.
Yeah.
It was dark, and I tried lighting it up, and but at least we have one.
Yeah. Welcome back, David. But it's high and by. Yeah.
I know, right? It was like, okay, yeah, this is what happens with a 5-hour stream. So whenever.
But it was like, oh yeah.
Thank you, Marvin.
It was so much happened there. Like, that's again, like, don't want to miss it. Like, basically, do whatever it takes in your willpower to go to these meetups. Like, you will not regret it. You will not regret it.
Yeah, the cheese was good.
And I'm sad that I won't be able to, like, you know, recap with you on Monday, you know, unless I'm wearing a wig. But I'll be like, I'm gonna be a keyboard warrior. I'm gonna be a keyboard warrior on Monday.
But I'm telling you, you know, who knows? You might be like, I guess ally or something like that.
No,
it could be.
It's all ladies.
Ally,
it's gonna be all ladies.
And the common thing. But yeah, it was just amazing, you guys. It was like, sometimes I don't know, it's like I like taking pictures, and that's a testament of how amazing it was that I didn't take that many pictures. It was like I would be like, hey, and then it would be like, oh, hey, Anna. So other people took pictures of us, but we didn't, you know, like
But you know who did really good at taking photos? Kirk Nugent.
Oh my God, and James
Hicks.
They were on it. So we can add some pictures. We took some pictures. They took some pictures of us.
Yeah. Some good
ones.
ones.
They were just group pictures that were.
Yeah, but they did good. It's like they had like a game plan going in. It's like
we used to take pictures.
Meet the person, embrace the person, quick chat, selfie. Meet the person, embrace the person, quick chat, selfie. That's the plan. So now we know.
I guess. I mean, it's just like so. I don't know. It just was so. It's great.
Yeah, it's just like it's just great. Everything just happened so organically.
And then I kept looking at the charcuterie board, right? Because it was like well laid out. I'm like, I have to hit that board. But then every time I try hitting the board, there's like something else. I'm like, okay, I can hit that board later. Yeah. So I hit the board before you, which is surprising. You did. It's just very surprising.
Because while you were hitting the board, I probably like went back in the front and talking to Rob Balasabas, and then I saw Glenn. It was just so much. It was just so much. You know? And then, you know, and going back to like, you know, because we were saying like people in real life, like Tom and Heather in real life is like Tom and Heather. It's just like, it's like seeing them live in person, right? It was so cool.
Yeah.
Mary Lou is awesome.
Mary Lou is pretty cool. Mary Lou's like the same.
Like just everybody.
Yeah. Luria was super happy. Like Luria was so happy, but I just like saw her real quick, and she was in really, really good spirits.
And Kali, Chocolate Twist Yoga was awesome seeing Kali, and then she was so like excited, like she went live I don't know how many times, like, so she did a live stream with Ken, then she did a live stream with Glenn. It's like just like Callie is live in the Ecamm Live community.
She's Callie like, I made it here. I'm gonna go right.
Ecamm Live community. All these notifications kept popping up.
I saw her towards the end. I think she came over, and then I saw a picture of Callie some other. And I was there, and I'm like, when was this picture taken? I don't even remember that picture being taken.
It was her, us, and Kathy, that lady, Kathy.
Yes.
Right? Oh, let me tell you about Kathy, guys, for those of you who are still with us in this overtime, right? So Kathy, love her, amazing woman, right? She came and she's like, this is what I do. Here's my card. So what do you do? And then Jill was there too. And then, Jill was like, oh, yeah. And then Jill was like, talking about like, I was telling what I do. And Jill was like, yeah, he's kind of a big deal, whatever. We're joking and all stuff like that, right? And then Anna was in the restroom. Anna comes out and then she sees the two together. Oh, now I know you. I was like, okay, thanks. Now it's no longer right. It's no longer here's my card. This is what I do. Yada yada yada. Now it's like, oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, it's the ENN hose and I was like, oh yeah. Now you know. Now you know us.
It's just like because I'm your other half. So it's like if they see you and then they don't see me, or they see me and they don't see you, it's like okay, what happened here? But yeah, that was funny. That was really funny.
That was so funny.
Yeah, but we need to let Paul go have some breakfast.
Yes.
And we need to get ready because maybe we will go to the Indian place. Maybe, I'm not sure about that yet. We have to figure it out. Fuljens has a lot of things to make up afterwards. He has to help me with some stuff before we head out. So maybe we make it maybe right now. But that's good.
Yeah, this was so fun. This was great. I feel like I haven't seen people in so long, but we did see you and then some, but it just still feels like we just had so much to share.
I'm gonna take my glasses off to let them know that I'm over here like being done.
This is it. Yeah, exactly, Marvin.
What did Marvin say? I don't have my glasses on.
Meeting recap. Squint. Meeting recaps cause you to never end your life.
I know, right? For real.
And David says, que tengas un buen día.
Igualmente, Dave. Igualmente.
I pronounced it well enough so you understand what it was. Great.
You guys have an amazing Friday, a great weekend. Perhaps I will finish that recap and post it, but I'm trying to get it done for Monday ENN.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, Dr. Fridge.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Dr. Fridge. You know what? This is probably, I'm telling you, this is the time that, this is the time.
They're still live?
I mean, right? So like, do we have to come like, maybe Paul will love that, right? Paul will like go later.
Right. Because this is like what? It's like a
6 a.m.
8 a.m. type of thing.
We come on and it's just like, you know what? You used to do a lot of 5-hour streams. For me, it's like, I have to be prepared for it, right? I have to be prepared because after, believe it or not, you guys, after an hour and a half, I'm like, I gotta get off the lights. I gotta get off the, but today, for some reason, I'm okay.
It's the time zone changes.
Oh.
Right? Because technically, like BuildingBlocks we wouldn't have start BuildingBlocks yet over in the San Diego side. It's like. Yeah,
but it is. It's like, okay, I don't know. It's like my eyes get tired and I
think it's the adjustment. But anyway, it was great. It was the energy.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like to me that makes no sense because if we're tired, I should be tired. Maybe
once we end the stream, we'll be tired because then all the energy
so let's not end it.
Wears off. No. End.
I know, right? I mean, like go to end.
Right. What assign to the timer?
Right.
End.
Exactly. Right.
When timer ends.
Amazing. No, it's like
you have to wrap it up quick.
It's like in an hour, right? So the timer will be invisible and showing those scenes, right? And then for real,
now you don't know. You really don't know
right?
when it's ending.
It goes to the closing scene, and the closing scene has an assignment that after that video ends, it ends a broadcast. So we could stop it, but
oh man. All right. So
that's amazing, you guys. Thank you so much for being awesome and hanging out with us in your morning. And yeah. And if you haven't done so, if you would like to be part of our Facebook community, it's find us on Facebook groups, Anna and Fuljens, just like the YouTube channel, Anna and Fuljens. And we're going to be doing a lot of extra goodies, and
we're doing more mobile streaming, so that's been really fun. So to get to chat with you extra days outside of Building Blocks and ENN. So join us there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And also be sure to check out buymeacoffee.com/Anna Fuljens for the goodies we have for you there as well.
Yeah, we have some good. We have the grid, we have a lower third, and we have another. Well, we're actually going to be taking that one down later on today, the one that we did for the Ecamm Life Academy. So if you haven't downloaded it, this is your last chance. This is the last chance today. We're going to be taking it down. So yeah, so that's it.
Awesome.
So,
yes, we will see you in the group, Marvin.
Les Marvin. Les Marvin.
Okay. Huh? What?
Yes, I'm like, Les Marvin Gaye and end the show.
Bicycle horn for you. All right, guys.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Anna Hill.
Fuljens Henry.
Have a great weekend.
Peace.